Get ready to read a story from the PRC-Saltillo AAC Literacy Planner Let's Play. This month, we're reading Game of Stones. In this literacy planner, there are numerous resources to support literacy instruction with your AAC learners. You'll find materials that support literacy and learning with 12 different books. Review the monthly lesson plans that list target words, sample objectives, and ways to use these words when you provide shared reading, play games, create sensory, writing, and craft projects. You'll love learning how our ambassadors who use our speech-generating devices or apps spend their leisure time. So let's get ready to read. Download a smart chart that supports your vocabulary. A smart chart shows the symbol sequence for the target words in the vocabularies. Use it as a tool to help communication partners know where to find words in the vocabulary. You can download a pre-made smart chart for Unity, Lamp Words for Life, and Word Power for each monthly set of target words. These smart charts were made using the Smart Chart Generator on the AAC Language Lab. You'll find the monthly downloads by going to printrom.com, Caregiver Resources, and Activities. From here, look for the tab that says 2024 Planner Supports. Select that tab and you'll find the smart charts, the social skills support set, and the monthly activities to download. The target words for this story are they, it, boring, exciting, making, oops, and stone. You can also teach and model bonus words like bored, excited, and made. Choose words that work best for your AAC learner. Once you have your smart chart, you're ready for a picture walk. Help your AAC reader use the images in the story and any bold or large text on the pages to predict what the story will be about and set a reason for reading the story. Flip through the pages and point out any new or unusual words that your learner may not know. Feel free to stop the video anytime to teach and model target words, as well as make comments and connections between what your AAC reader says and the story. The title of this story is Game of Stones, and it was written by Rebecca Lisle and illustrated by Richard Watson. What do you see on the cover? I see two boys standing under a gate or a fence made out of stones, and the blue background has drawings that looks like plans you might use when you're building a house or something. What do you think this story will be about? Let's take a picture walk and learn more. What do you notice about the people on this page? I think this is supposed to take place a long time ago because it looks like they live in caves, and people don't live in caves today. I also see that this boy looks tired, and this man, they all look like they're sleeping or they're not very excited. And he's doing some kind of work with a hammer on a rock. These two boys are just laying in the grass in front of a cave. So what do you think this story will be about? I think it might be about people who lived a long time ago and maybe something that they'd like to do. I don't know. Let's read it and find out. Game of Stones. The Stone Age was boring. They are bored. That means they don't have anything to do. They don't have any games, no internet, no TV, no phones, nothing. If you were there, what would you do? I'm so bored, said Pod's little brother, Hinge. What can we do? I'll invent a new game, Pod said, just for you. Something whizzy, please. They are bored. Pod said he'll make a new game for his little brother. I hope it is exciting. Pod chiseled and chipped and knotted and made this. Here you are, Pod said. This is whizzy. Wow, fantastic, Hinge cried. What shall we call it? He is making a new game with a stone. Do you think it will be exciting or boring? Whoops! Snap! Oops! It was exciting, but it almost hit Pod in the head. They should try making a different game. Do you have an idea of a game they could make with a stone? Boing, bump, smash. Yow! 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 I'll call it a yow-yow, Pod said. That yow-yow is banned, Dad said. Oops! That game was exciting. The stone hit Dad in the head, and he said, "It is banned." That means no more yow-yow game. They made a dangerous game. Pod better try again. Never mind, little Hinge, said Pod. I'll make you something even better. Pod chiseled and sawed and hammered and made these. Pod is making something. Do you think it will be exciting or boring? I hope it's exciting, don't you? In this game, you try and hit the ball before I knock the bones down. Oh, careful, Hinge. Not so hard, Hinge. They look a little worried, don't they? I wonder what will happen when Hinge plays this game. Things might get exciting. Oops, where do you think that stone is going? Sorry, Pod said. I'll call that game Crack-It. Well, Crack-It's banned too, Dad said. But it was fun, said Hinge. Go and play somewhere else, Mom said. Oops, they broke a window. They aren't bored now. What do you think Hinge and Pod will do next? Pod thought and thought. He had some brilliant ideas, but Hinge didn't like any of them. They just can't think of an exciting game to make. Pod had a lot of good thoughts. Do you recognize any of the games he was thinking about? What would be a perfect toy for little Hinge? I have a great idea, Pod thought. Pod chiseled and cut and sanded and scraped. I wonder what he is making now. Will it be exciting or will it be boring? Wow, it's a skate stone, but don't use it here, Hinge. We need somewhere away from Mom and Dad. Where? Hinge asked. Aha, Pod cried. I have had another huge idea. Look what he made. The skate stone looks like a skateboard. I wonder if it will be exciting or boring to ride that skate stone. And where do you think they are going to go to ride it? The woolly mammoths helped. The birds and lizards helped. Pod's friends helped. Wow, that's cool! A play park! I've thought of a great name for it too, Pod said. Wow, look what they made! Do you think that's exciting or boring? What do you think they will call it? Stonehenge. Look at all those cool bridges and ramps. Do you think that they are bored? I don't think so. I think Pod and Hinge will think this is exciting. And it's all made from stone. I think I'd like to play there. The end.